In today's video, I'm going to show you the loot from killing 1,000 gargoyles in Old School RuneScape. So for those of you guys that don't know, this is a insane money making method for your mid-level Ironman or mid-level main accounts. They just drop a lot of great things for high alching as well as raw GP. It's just a really great way overall to train your stats. You don't have to do them on a Slayer task, but you do have to be level 75 Slayer to get started on them. But I'm going to show you guys the wiki and the drops that you can get, and then I'm going to show you how much GP I was able to make in about 5 or 6 hours killing 1,000 gargoyles. Alright, so here's the wiki, and as you can see, it does say that there's a money-making method. It says about 600k an hour, which is actually pretty decently accurate, but it says 75 Slayer is your major requirement for this. High Alchemy is also useful at 55 at Magic, and decent combat stats is also recommended, but as long as you have prayer or guthans or other things like that, it doesn't really matter too much. As far as the drops go, it says that the average gargoyle is worth 4.1k, and if you're on a Konar task, it is 5.2k, and that's just because of the brimstone keys. For the uniques that they drop, it is a granite maul, which is a 1 in 256. You guys all know what a granite maul is, but basically it's just a fantastic spec weapon. You just run around and smack people twice. It's a really good time. And then the Mystic Robe Top Dark, which is great for your Fashionscape, and actually sadly I still wear to this day because I don't have an Aram's top. Thank you, Barrows, after many hundreds and hundreds of chests, and I haven't started raids yet. So those are great for the GE price, or you can also high alch them and they're still a really good value. Granite Maul I think is only 30k, so you're kind of losing out on that, but the Mystic Robe Top is still really decent. Next up we have armor and weapons. So they drop adamant plate legs, rune plate legs, rune battle axe, adamant boots, rune 2H sword, and rune full helm. So that right there is your giant high alch table. All of them are decently priced. If you're a main and you want to keep them in your inventory, you go to the GE as well, but you could just high alch them. They're pretty close to their high alch value in general. Definitely decent for high alching and making that nice GP while you're doing this task. Next up, they do give us some runes as well. Fire runes, chaos runes, and death runes. The fire runes drop really frequently, same with chaos runes. Your death runes still drop decently frequent for the runes that they are, so it's really not too bad, and they're stackable in your inventory as well, so that always makes it nice. The other great thing about gargoyles is a lot of their drops are noted, so there's a material section here, but if you'll notice, most of them are all noted except the runite ore, which is kind of annoying, but also you're only going to get, 2 or 3 on a task anyway, or you're still going to have a decent amount of inventory space for the most part, but you're able to get gold ore, pure essence, steel bars, gold bars, mithril bars, and runite ore. And this is also nice for an Iron Man because you can get passive steel bars for your cannon, so that's always good, and then passive crafting XP from gold bars. It's just a really good thing in general that everything is noted. They don't take up a lot of space in your inventory, so it makes everything way better. The other thing that is here is your coins. They do drop a raw GP. As you can see, 1 in 25 for getting 10k coins. That's pretty crazy. And then you have 400 to 800, a 1 in 4, and 500 to 1000, a 1 in 6. So overall, not too bad on the raw GP, and there's a 5 in 128 chance of getting the gem drop table with a decent amount of gems, and that's honestly about all you're going to get from that. And then there's territory things. There's the brittle key that you have a 1 in 150 chance. Basically what that does is it allows you to get to Grotesque Guardians, which is the gargoyle boss. Highly recommend because the pet is one of the best pets in the game, but also don't recommend because the fight's kind of annoying, especially at lower levels. But you're only going to get that key if you haven't gotten it already and haven't unlocked the Grotesque Guardians in general. So once you get it, you're done. You don't get it anymore. Brimstone keys, again, 1 in 78 if you are on a Konar task only, and your clue scrolls 1 in 28. So it's a pretty decent way to knock out clue scrolls as well, because 1, you're making a lot of money, 2, it's pretty AFK depending on what you're using. All right, so now the moment you guys have been waiting for, loot from 1,000 gargoyles. There it is. We are at 4.39 mil and 664k, and just raw GP drops is just absolutely insane for regular monster kills, in my opinion. And then we have rune 2H's, we got 16 of those, rune full helms 25. We only got 3 granite mauls, which is kind of tragic, but again, For Ironmen, they're only 30k, so it's not really that big a deal, but kind of sucks for the mains out there. And then your rune plate legs, we got 855 steel bars, which again, for an Ironman is fantastic. That's almost an extra 4k cannonballs. That's awesome. And your Mystic Robe Top Darks, your Rune Battle Axe, and then Runite Ores, we got 17 of those, and then a bunch of materials. And we did only get 4 clues, but the thing I want to say about the clues is, like, for example, this small trip that I'm kind of in right now, I literally got a hard clue on my first kill, and there's no way I was going back to the bank because I got a hard clue and I'm going to do the hard clue. So normally what I do with clue scrolls is if I get them during the task, I wait until I'm done with the task and then I go do them. Hopefully one day they'll make them stackable. I am a personal fan of making clues stackable, but that's a conversation for another day. I also didn't always do the gargoyles on a Konar Slayer task. I'm currently on a Slayer task, but I haven't done them on a just Konar exclusive one. So I think I only did like maybe 1 or 2 tasks, and I did end up with 2 brimstone keys. They're not worth the GE value, but they are 96k each if you want to high out them, but I recommend just opening that brimstone chest anyway. So overall, solid loot. Again, this is highly AFK. You can just run in there, throw on your super combats or other combat potions that you have, and then either hit up your prayer and wear your prayer gear, kind of like I'm doing here for my Scuff Ironman, or if you have Guthans, is another great way. You can just sit here in AFK for like 20 minutes and just pick your drops up, and then whenever you're done, just run downstairs and run back up, and it resets the aggro, and it's just really super easy. So it's a great money making method. Like I said, this probably only took me 5-6 hours, but I'm also a higher level. I'm able to, you know, hit things a lot harder. So keep your level in mind when doing this, but overall, great task. It's always nice when I see gargoyles because I know it's going to be AFK. I know it's going to make me a lot of money. And Ironman, I get steel bars for cannonballs. And with that said, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Leave a like for the algorithm. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions, or let me know your gargoyles luck and your grotesque guardian luck as well if you're killing grotesque guardians. I'm also a partner with Rogue Energy, so if you're interested in caffeine, make sure you check out the link in the description below and use code Rolland at checkout for 20% off your order. And again, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Turn up the summer vibes. Get off your phone one time, but you'll come outside. Cause we all here chilling. Yeah, it's the same old same. No, we don't play no games. Oh, they wanna talk. Why they gotta hate on me? Damn. But I ain't not tripping. I'm fly as a pigeon. This girl's been eyeing the kid.